I want people to realize that we live in a fascist police state. And this police state that we live in, it is designed to do the bidding of white supremacy. It is designed to be a militia for the forces of oppression, for the ruling class to keep their boot on the necks of the working class and the marginalized communities. You don't believe me? There was an FBI report. It was decades ago where they outlined that the next step for white supremacist groups will be infiltrating law enforcement, and they are seeing that happen at record numbers. And that's a very smart move because if you look at our police state, if you look at our law enforcement and the two-tier caste system that is created by our law enforcement system, there is no bigger ally to white supremacy than our current police state and law enforcement. Now, I was talking to Ron Pacone about this. We were discussing whether Richard Spencer endorsing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was him trolling or him being dead serious. Well, my take on that was it was a little bit of both. You can't have a successful troll job. You can't have a successful prank, a successful joke without there being some hint of truth in what you're saying. And my take on Richard Spencer being okay with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is that I think white supremacists realize that the best way for them to spread white supremacy and promote white supremacy is simply by helping advance neoliberalism and the tough on crime liberalism that you have seen promoted by the Democratic Party. Because the issues that are happening at these states are happening at blue states, just like they happen in red states. And in response of Black Lives Matter, in response to this fascist police state, and now that we are seeing the police, they are joining forces with Kyle Rittenhouse and the white supremacist groups, these anti-protesting groups, and are shielding them and providing them protection. We've seen that with the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting yesterday. We've seen the police protect and offer water and tell Kyle Rittenhouse that he's appreciated. Now, this is the same institution and this is the same group that the Democratic Party continues to prop up. The FBI said the police and law enforcement have been infiltrated by white supremacist groups. So why will your response to that be to have more funding for this white supremacist group, for this group that is terrorizing marginalized communities? Because what else can you describe the police as a willing accomplice to white supremacy after what you've seen with the Kyle Rittenhouse example? Let me tell you about a story of Tamir Rice. Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old boy who was playing with a fake gun, and he was killed mercilessly by the police. They didn't offer him any water. They didn't tell him he was appreciated. The people that are appreciated are the Kyle Rittenhouses of America. And you see it even with the media stories that are coming out. Vice tweeted out Kyle Rittenhouse, aspiring cop, young man charged with shooting protesters. Call him what he is. He is a fucking terrorist. He is not an aspiring cop. He's not an aspiring chef. He's not an aspiring teacher. He's nothing but a terrorist. And I am tired of the media providing character development for the white supremacist evil motherfuckers. Whenever there's a brown or black person who did something wrong, they're not talking about our aspirations and our beliefs. They're not giving us character development. We are smeared as thugs, as crazy Antifa rioters. Which, by the way, Kyle Rittenhouse has a higher kill count than Antifa does. So I want you guys to realize what the media establishment, with our fascist police state, this is what they embolden. They embolden far right protesters. So when there's far right protesting events, you don't see cops tear gassing them. You don't see cops cracking their skulls unprovoked. But when there's a Black Lives Matter protest, when there's a united multiracial working class, you get agent provocateurs. You get police escalating tensions by tear gassing groups without any cause for that. I know because I was there. I was at the KC protest. I was tear gassed by the police and we wasn't doing anything except doing our showers. That's a war crime, by the way. I won't let them change that. So this situation is so dire. Anyone who want to tell you that we can get out of this by voting for Joe Biden, they are being ridiculous. This is a system that has been propped up by both parties because in response of this crazy group, once again, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they want to continue to do Jim Crow, and they want to continue to give this white supremacist group known as the police more funding. So I was posting earlier today. I'm not sure if it was the best idea. Just because I don't know the legality of all that, but I'm like, man, we need to set up a community fund. We need to set up a GoFundMe, something to get leftists armed. But I don't think that's a good idea, just because the legality. But you guys get the point. If you are anti-gun, if you're an anti-gun leftist, we kindly need you to fuck off because things are getting extremely real, and I think it's about time that we stop going to the protest unarmed. And remember, we are not the violent ones. Like I posted in my tweets, all the death and violence caused so far, the protest and just overall political violence is being caused on the right wing. That's not me talking. That's the Department of Homeland Security talking. That's the FBI talking. That the people have been doing this research and been analyzing this. There's no Antifa deaths. Once again, Kyle Rittenhouse has a higher kill count than Antifa. You have a rogue right wing that being backed up by the police state and the prison industrial complex, and the Democratic Party wants to fund them. We have no allies in this battle. It's time for us to arm up. This is time for us to show solidarity amongst each other in a way we've never seen before. Stop infighting among leftists. This is not the time for that. Now is the time to show solidarity. My good friend Erica was out there doing amazing work as a medic. She lost two amazing teammates, and at the end of the day, these are real people, and I think we were in a dark spot that a lot of people wasn't prepared for. But if you read history and you've seen the radicalization of the right wing and you've seen the escalation of our police state, there shouldn't be that much of a surprise to you. But we're here, and that's why I wanted to shoot this video because I want to get my thoughts on the Rittenhouse situation, and I'm gonna end it with this. After seeing the police team up with these right wing militias, if you're still against defund the police, if you're still for just reforming the police, you are complicit, buddy. You are complicit with the police state. So anyway, voting not gonna get our way out of this. We need direct action, and we need to come together in solidarity more now than ever as a left wing. So I wish I was there, man. I wish I could be at this protest. Um, I was been at a few of the Kansas City protests, but I wish I could been down there in Kenosha because, man, right now I really really want to punch a Nazi right now.